What's up, everyone? So I am alone at home because my wife and kid have gone off to London for a month and leaving me by myself. And I thought, what's the most productive way to spend this time? On the internet, of course. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. But I wanted to just spend more time creating some videos and stuff. And honestly speaking, one of the things that I get asked most about as a comedian, and I thought, let's dive into those things, and it's a good way to get it out so that you guys never have to ask me this question in person again. Every time someone does, I'm just gonna point at this video and go, hey, read this. No, sorry, watch this, listen to it, however you want to take it, all right? You could read it with the amount of people using subtitles and stuff nowadays, right? Anyway, here's the question that I get asked the most. How do I memorize my dialogues or sorry, in this case, monologues, right? So how do I memorize my monologues? How do I make sure I don't forget a joke when I'm up there on stage? How do you make sure you don't do that, Salman? And the truth is, I don't. I have no way. The first thing that I would tell you if you're starting out is repetition is the best way to memorize it, okay? Get up and you do it over and over and over again. Now, before you go, hey, that sounds so stupid and simple, let me tell you why I think you shouldn't be sitting back and memorizing the joke word for word. Unless you're Jerry Seinfeld in the 90s, all right? Most comics nowadays are not stuck on each word that they're using at the start of writing their jokes, okay? What I mean by that is joke, how you word the joke, it goes a long way in whether it works or not, okay? And this will make more sense. However, when you're starting out, when you've written a joke for the first time, if you could go to an extreme like Jerry Seinfeld, but most people are like I'll give you my own example. I'll get up on stage. I'll have an idea for a joke. I might find something funny. I'll go towards the gig and I, on the way, might word it in my head a few times and go, okay, this is what I'm going to say. And then I get up on stage and I just try it. Okay, I just give it a go. And 9 times out of 10, it won't land, it won't work properly. And then I'll have to go back to the drawing board. Or if it does, if I'm lucky, I'll remember how I said it. But most times I'll have to go back and tweak it. Okay, so you go back and you go, hey, maybe I should have added this line, or not say that bit, or I don't know, or just go kill myself. All right, so most comedians have that kind of thought process going on in their head, and so what I there's no point in you worrying about memorizing a joke that you most likely are going to change anyway. All right, so think of it as more of ideas about what you're going to say. Let it be rough, get up on stage and just give it a go. All right, repetition will eventually uh, get it to stick in your head. It's always, and remember, until you're doing like a special for Netflix or any of the streaming apps, really, and also, or if you're getting paid big bucks to do a corporate show or something, at the beginning, most likely, you're not going to get more than 3 to 5 minutes on stage. If you're in New York, 3 minutes in front of like two other comics is what you'll get. If you're in Dubai, like I am, you might get 5 to 10 minutes at some of these gigs, all right? Most times, that's all you've got. So even if you, and this is the fear, what if I forget the joke? What if I forget some jokes? No one in the audience cares, all right? You haven't handed them your scripts. You haven't told them all the joke topics that you're going to do. So most likely they won't know. They won't know you've forgotten to do a bit. And you might end up coming back a minute or 30 seconds earlier or even 2 minutes before your time's up. Who cares? Because honestly, you're not getting paid. It's all workshop stuff. And most likely, if you're new, a lot of your stuff will suck. All right. And so you're probably doing them a favor by getting off early. No one is there to make sure you do your full 5 minutes. Okay, so that's the limit of your time. All right, so don't stress it. Get up on stage, have a go, do as much as you remember, and then you'll work it out. Okay, so all these things will help you. Actually, will actually help you in being more relaxed and memorizing your material better. There's one more thing about not overthinking your joke and the words. Maybe it does work for other comics, right? But personally, The number of times I found gold by messing up or forgetting and then just kind of riffing a little bit, the number of times I found real gold, like real good comedic jokes, is humongous. All right, so I'm a big believer that when you're inspired on stage and you're having a great time, you might discover more, and that's why when people ask me this, my real answer is don't memorize. All right, don't memorize. Don't even have a set list if it's this tradition from comics to comics that have come through. Honestly, when you're doing 3 to 5 minutes, just get on, man, and do the bits you remember and let it flow naturally and see what happens. All right, just see what happens. You're discovering, you're playing. Let it be that. Okay, so that's my answer to the most commonly asked question. If you think otherwise, I'd love to know what that is. If you think it's very important to memorize, sure, go for it. Let me know how that works out for you. But if you have other questions about comedy or anything, let me know because, like I said at the beginning, I have a whole month free and I would just want to make a lot of videos. So shoot your question. This is the time to catch me when I have some time on my hands. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care, Baba. Baba. Take care, people.